is a tour of the work we've gotten finished on the Hope Horsemanship Headquarters Education Center. This is the back gate. So we have all of our fencing is now up. Close this up here. There's the backyard. You can see that this fencing is this fencing that goes to where the dogs stay. So there's dog fencing on the other side. The fencing on all perimeters are from Cameo, and this is our electric wire. We're still working on hooking up some of the connection wires for the electric, so they're a little bit in transit, but the basics are all in line. You can see our fence posts, our 5-line fence. This is our Cameo filament. It's hand tightened. It works really great. It has enough give in it so that horses, if they do run into it, it gives and comes back instead of creates big wrecks. These great one-way vices here that we pull through. So we can continue to hand tighten it just by taking off the staples, and then you pull it through and that vise tightens it without letting it go back through. We love the system. We've got another electric line second from the bottom, and then the bottom strand is the Cameo fencing. So this is where the girls mostly have their dry lot. It's where the run-in shed shelter is. And we've taken this back area and combined it into broken it into two separate bisected areas. And this past weekend for the clinic, we had Molly back here. It's a little water bucket for her. And I love this back area because in the summer, it's got the tree cover. We have a fence in the middle, a gate. And one of the things I really love is now I have a back exit, which when we just had electric fencing, I did not have a back gate. And this back gate just makes it easier for us to come and go into the backyard. So sometimes when I take Khaleesi for a hand walk, at the moment we still have a lot of cleaning up to do, but I can take her out this gate, and this little path drops us out onto the neighbors. They have like a little path that leads to the road that goes up into National Forest. So I'm just giving you a little backyard. It's kind of the back 40. I love this area with all the laurel. And here's the edge of the property. There's that little road that goes out and then up to the neighbors. We'll just go on through here. There's our property line. And it kind of comes in at an angle and goes out at an angle. That's one of the corners. And we head back to the main dry lot. So it's a nice space for 2 horses, really. It won't ever grow grass. It's too small for that. And you can see that's the fence between the property, and we've given a little space here so that we can maintain the fence. And there's some trees that are in between that we're going to go ahead and leave in place, and it brings some shade in the summer, a little bit of separation between the property. And so our fence line is just a little ways in from the neighbor fence. And what's great is if you come through here, you can see the main gate that we cross over into the pasture area and where the activities take place. But we also have a smaller gate up here behind the run-in shed. And those panels could be set up back here to create a separation area if we needed to. And here's the back fence behind the shed. Again, we did a ton of clearing things out in order to be able to run this fence. This was just complete brush, so there's still some work to be done, but you can see the fence continues on the perimeter here, and eventually that will be all cleared out. We had a lot of heavy machinery come through here. It's made kind of a mess, but we've been trying to get it cleaned up so we can reseed. This area stays pasture. and they have just really limited access to it because they would destroy it. Here is our main gate that goes into the main back dry lot with water trough, and there's a little one of our walkthroughs right over there, which gives me easy access to the water, hose, back and forth, electrical connection. I love these little pass-throughs. We have a couple of those in place. The other one is right here so that we don't have to find a gate in order to get through into the field. So there's another one of our little walkthroughs, which are really easy for us to get through. Not so easy for the horses. We did put a chain just to discourage them trying to get through, but it's great little access point. So there is the round pen. It's not round. It's not really an arena. It's kind of in between, and you can see we've lost a ton of grass this year from the machines running through here doing posts and digging a retaining wall. So there's our drainage, because we have sand in here, and the first time it really rained before we could get the drainage worked out, we lost a ton of sand down into the river below. But this is the pen. We love it. It was great this weekend at our first clinic. It's a nice size. It's a little bigger than a standard round pen, but it's not quite an arena. It's about the biggest that we could stick in here without doing a lot of excessive ground moving. And this is really my only pasture, so we didn't want to lose all of it. But the retaining wall with the drainage gave us a really nice seating area. So we have clinic videos where you can see all the chairs lined up here, and you just get a little bit of height to be able to watch what's going on in the arena. Round pen, arena pen. And so here's the rest of what will be returned to pasture after we get the grass reseeded. My favorite willow tree. And the main gate right here. As we walk down further, you can see we have set up, there's another little walk access panel there to get to that little space between the gates for maintenance or weed eating or whatever we need to do. And then down here, we have 2 pens set up, and it was great because we got to use these this weekend for horses that came for the clinic that were just temporary visitors. And we have 2 of them. They're pretty nice size for temporary housing. 1, 2, with gates and a little bit of trees in there, with a nice wide walking through and driving through if we needed to area. Here is the front. This used to be a lot of brush, pine, scrub, weeds. Eventually, over time, as the horses come through, they kind of break it down, and only the strong, larger trees survive, which is fine with us. But it takes us down into this corner here. And if we needed more space, again, we have some movable panels that could be put in place over by the pens in order to just block this off. And a horse could live down here temporarily also if it needed to. So you get the whole big picture of what the pens and the front yard look like. And we'll come down here. I'll squeeze through and we'll take a look at it coming up the driveway, which is a lot of weeds ready for cleanup for spring. So here is the entrance of the drive. You can see the fencing as you come up. The next phase that we haven't been able to get done, mostly because of a wet winter that just didn't allow the dirt compaction and movement to work out, is this will all be opened into a lower road. So we've got the driveway right in front of us. Central is the original driveway. Heading up that direction is the new trailer turnaround, which is phenomenally helpful. And then down here, we'll complete the circle. And we started building it up over there, which we'll walk by. But it was really too wet to compact the new dirt. And so, still clearing away some brush and debris. My trailer hangs out there for now. It's out of the way. And you can see this was used a little bit this weekend by some trailers that came in for the clinic. We come around to the front yard. You can see the main gate, round pen, small trailer storage. So we sometimes use for hay and dump runs. And this will eventually bleed out here where we were saying we've started piling up dirt to fill this in, but we just couldn't get it compacted in the winter with the weather. But this is part of what will be the lower drive. And so there will be a circle that makes it easier. We did have some gooseneck trailers come through here without really any trouble getting turned around and back out on the road. But it'll be really nice to have the extra space of the bottom area. And then this is the rest of the driveway up to the house for vehicles. And last little bonus is the tack room, which I love. And Matt made this for me last summer for my birthday. So it's the Hope Horsemanship tack room. Probably needs a little spring cleaning, but I've got 3 great saddle shelves, my portable rack, a window, and then the curtains for Hope Horsemanship in there. Behind the door, you can see my hooks all lined up here, and some of my memorabilia and storage. It is a fabulous tack room, has plenty of room for my bins, my traveling things, and yeah, I'm gonna close the window because I think we're gonna get some rain today. That does it for the Hope Horsemanship newly renovated headquarters tour. I hope you enjoyed seeing what changes we've made here to this place to create a little horsemanship center, and we hope you'll come and visit us. Oh, one last thing. Right here is the trail to head out into the wilderness. So we could pretty much get all the way to West Virginia if you had the time from here. There's the river down there, which you can see because the spring growth hasn't come up to block it yet. But there's my hiking and riding trail. And again, I could get almost anywhere from here, which is really cool, out into the national forest. So there you are. Come visit us soon.